Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching us how to make our homemade organic booster, also known as blackstrap molasses. Yes, the blackstrap molasses is made from sugarcane and it has numerous benefits to our poultry. Yes, for instance, if your chickens drank poison over the night, the blackstrap molasses can help to suppress the effects of the poison. Blackstrap molasses is also a multivitamin and an anti-stress. You can use the blackstrap molasses as a multivitamin and anti-stress. When your chickens undergo stress, you can use the blackstrap molasses. When your chickens are not laying well, you can use the blackstrap molasses. And you can also use it as growth booster. When you feel that your chickens are lacking vitamin deficiency, you can use the blackstrap molasses. And when you feel that your chickens are not growing well to your taste, you can use the blackstrap molasses. Stay tuned and watch this video to the end. I'll be back. Welcome back to the channel again. So in making a blackstrap molasses, you will need a sugar cane. After you've gotten your sugar cane, the next thing is to look for how to extract the juice. Yes, you will need a sugarcane juice, and after getting the sugarcane, you will need to look for a way on how to extract the juice. For those of us that are having extractors in our home, we can use the extractors to extract the juice from the sugarcane chaff. And for those of us that don't have extractor, we use the mortar to pound in order to get the juice. In using the mortar to pound, you have to cut the sugarcane into some smaller pieces in order for it to be easy for you to pound well. So when you cut them into pieces into the mortar, then you take your piston and start pounding. When you pound to some extent, you notice that yes, the sugarcane have been pounded very well. The next thing is to press out the juice from the sugarcane, separating the juice from the chaff. After separating the juice from the chaff, like what you are seeing on the video right now, the next procedure is to either repound the chaff because you are not using the extractor and it's mortar you are using. You may decide to either repound it again or you throw out the chaff away like that. But it's advisable you repound it again so as to get the full juice from it. And when you are repounding it again, you add a little quantity of water so as to enable it to bring out the full juice from the chaff. So after repounding it again, you use your hand to press it in order to extract the juice. After this is fully done, you will use a sieve to receive what you've sieved before so as to get a clean juice of the sugarcane. After this is done, the next thing is to get your pots and your gas cylinder ready for heating. So once your gas cylinder and your pot is ready for heating, the next thing is to pour your syrup into the pot. After pouring it into the pot, you start cooking. Guys, I hope you are seeing this. After some minutes now, it has started bringing some impurities. Hope you are seeing the face now that is bringing some impurities. So as it's boiling, you'll be seeing some impurities inside. So in order to get your clean blackstrap molasses, we are going to be removing the impurities inside. This is to help enable us get a clean blackstrap molasses. And this is the first heating. We are going to be going through several processes of heating. This is the first heating. You can see now. Yes, you can see it has started boiling. So what I will do now, because of the impurities inside, this spoon I'm using now is not the normal spoon that I'm supposed to use. See that I'm going to be packing the impurities. You see, and the impurities, and I'm going to be pouring it here. So in order for us to get a clean molasses, is what we need to do. So guys, and don't forget to turn your molasses. Don't forget to turn your molasses. So guys, I hope you are learning from this video. This is how to make your black strap molasses, organic growth booster for your broiler chicken. This black strap molasses can be used with a laying chicken. Yes, if you feel your chickens are not laying very well, you can give them black strap molasses. Also, if you feel your chickens took or drank poison over the night or take anything poisonous, you can also use black strap molasses to fight it. So guys, this is how to make your own black strap molasses at home. A lot of you have been commenting, teach us how to make black strap molasses, teach us how to make black strap molasses. This is how to make your growth booster at home, aka black strap molasses. So guys, after it has heated for some minutes, I'm going to be offing the gas cylinder for it to cool down totally. So guys, I'm sorry if the video is not sounding okay. Like, I'm not feeling okay. Like, I'm not feeling my best health right now. But I have to make this for you guys. What you've just seen on the video is the first step of the cooking. You cook the shrub for a minute. When it starts boiling and you start seeing impurities on it, you have to clean the impurities from it in order to get your clean molasses. And after this is done, you allow it to cool. For my own part, I set a time for it, and the cooling time was 40 minutes of cooling. Yes, at 40 minutes, the first stage of the process have been cooled totally. But in your own case, depending on the pot you are using or depending on the temperature of the area, it may take longer time to cool or lesser time to cool. So after allowing it to cool for 40 minutes, we are now going to cook it the second time again. And you can see how it's been done. As you can see, this is the second cooling. Guys, as you can see, it's already night. This is because to make molasses take lot of time than you really expect. You can see we have solar lights up here. Yeah. And so I have to like cook it again. And if you notice very well, the color of this molasses have changed from the initial color. Let's see what the end result will be. And guys, like I said earlier, I'm sorry if the video is not well composed. I hope you are getting the information you deserve from this video. Please don't mind the noise from the background and don't mind the video quality. I'm not feeling too okay. Like I said earlier, I'm not feeling too okay, but I have to make this today because if I leave the sugarcane till the next day, it might dry up, which may reduce the level of the syrup we are going to get from it. So I'm not feeling my best right now, but I have to make this molasses, guys. So guys, I'm doing all this just for you, and I hope you are learning from this video already. And in case you're already learning from this video, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that you'll be getting more video like this. As you can see, it is becoming more sticky than the initial one. So you see, as you keep cooking it and cooling it, it will become more sticky and sticky until you get the last molasses. So for people that are using it for other things, they are okay with this type of molasses because it's becoming sticky. But for us that we are looking for the black strap molasses, we still need to keep heating it until we get the black strap molasses. This is it. So after we have done the first cooking, and if you notice clearly, you will now notice that the shrub is turning into another thing. It's turning into something so thicky. Yes, the shrub is becoming more viscous than before. At the initial stage, the liquid was very light, but now the viscosity is going higher than it was at the initial stage. So this is the second stage of the molasses. When you are making molasses, you have to cook your sugarcane syrup. And the first stage was what we saw, and the second stage is what we just passed through. And the third stage is what we are going on to again. We have to allow the second stage to cool, like what we did at the first stage. We have to allow the second stage to cool down totally again before bringing it back to the pot. I've shown you what the second stage look like. Now moving on to the third stage, which may be the last stage or not, because mostly it is advisable we cook it 3 times before we get the molasses. But sometimes I used to end up cooking it 4 times before getting the molasses. Why sometimes the 3 times is enough for me to get the molasses. So let's see if this third stage is going to be the last stage or not. So guys, we are in the last stage of cooking the molasses. This is just the last stage of the blackstrap molasses. So guys, how do you know that you are very close to getting your blackstrap molasses? So as you can see now, it is now foaming. You see, it is now foaming and it's getting more thicker and thicker. You can see the color is changing very fast. The color is changing very fast now, which means we are very, very close to having the end product of what we have been looking for. Guys, blackstrap molasses is not easy to make on your own. But what will you do if you are not close to the store where you can get blackstrap molasses? This is just it, making it on your own. So let me be turning it. I hope you are seeing it. It is getting more thicker. And one thing with this molasses, as it is getting more thicker, the aroma changes. You're perceiving something like it is as if it's burning, but not really burning. So are you seeing it? If I should allow this to cool more now, to be more thicker, the level of foaming is increasing. This is a sign that we are very, very close to having our blackstrap molasses. You see, the level of foaming is just increasing. See how it's foaming and how it's changing. As the level of foaming is increasing, the color is changing. What we are having now is light brown. So guys, I think I will have to allow this to cool before heating it again. Yes, I think I will have to allow this to cool a little to avoid too much burning. So let me allow this to cool a little, then start cooking it again. You see what we're having here. You see that, yes, this is molasses. So I'm going to bring it from the pot to cool. So this is the second grade of molasses. You see how it is. So this can be used as sweeteners for human consumption. Also, the second grade of molasses. The first grade was what we saw at that first stage. It was not as sticky as this. So this is the second grade of molasses. You can see that it's looking more sticky than what we had before. You see, looking more sticky. So this is the second grade of molasses. The last one now is where we are going to be having it as a black strap molasses. Already now, we are having molasses here. Already, this is molasses. But the last grade now is what we are going to be calling the black strap molasses. The black strap molasses, why it is called the black strap molasses? Because it's somehow black in color and it somehow look like something that is burnt. So after this one now, we'll be getting the full black strap molasses. You can notice that it is becoming more foamy. And when you see that your molasses is becoming more foamy, know that yes, you are very, very close to getting your black strap molasses. And in this third stage, we would have gotten our black strap molasses, but we end up getting molasses. What we got at that stage now is molasses, but we need to get the black strap molasses. The black strap molasses is what we are actually looking for. And the black strap molasses look like something that is burnt in nature and looks very darky in color. So this is what we are actually looking for. If you look very well, you will notice that the last one is already turning into molasses, but not as dark as what we are looking for. So we are going, which is going to make us to cook it for the last time, which is the fourth cooking. So guys, I'm going to be returning it back on fire now. So returning it back on fire. Normally, the heating process could have been three steps, but now it is four steps. This is because I made a mistake. I didn't heat the second one properly. And so this is just it. But as you are making it, you see that if you keep hitting it, you will notice that it become more sticky. Yes, we've returned this thing back on fire, and you can see immediately now it has started forming. This is because we're on the last part of the molasses. For some people, this is enough for them. This grade of molasses is enough for them. But because we want to get the black strap molasses that looks like something that is burnt already, but not really burnt. Although if not careful, we may end up burning it, which will make us not to get anything at the end of it. So this is just the last grade of the molasses. And in this last grade, you have like I said, you have to be very, very careful. If not, we will end up burning it. See the way it's forming? You see how it's forming? This is the second, and this is the last stage of the molasses. You see how it's forming? This is how you know that yes, your molasses is ready. And you can see that there's a difference between what we have before and now. Look at, see something dark around this place. Yes, so because this is the last stage of the molasses. And so guys, like I said, you have to be very, very careful in order to avoid burning. So once you see your molasses like this, it means you see now that it has now turned to black molasses. If I allow this to cool down a little now, you now see that the color will change to black. So guys, you keep turning until you have something like this. Then you now allow it to cool down. Let me see. You are seeing it very well. See that it's more sticky. So keep turning, keep turning. See that it's very sticky. See that it's becoming more sticky. Very, very hard now. I have to reduce the yes. Avoid this from burning. So guys, our black strap molasses is ready. So guys, this is how the black strap molasses look like. And see this, it looks like honey, but it is not honey. So yeah, gotten our black strap molasses. So guys, this is black strap molasses and it is still on the cooling process. So allow it to cool very well before serving this to our chickens.
Black strap molasses. So guys, this is your black strap molasses.
And so, guys, our black strap molasses is made and ready to be served to our chickens. Yeah, so guys, this is how to make your black strap molasses at home. Although you may find the video quality not okay, I made that molasses when I was not feeling my best health. Yes, I was somehow not feeling my best health when I made the molasses. And I had to make the molasses that day in order not to waste money because I already gotten the sugarcane and on the long run I was feeling somehow not feeling too well again. But I had to make the molasses that day because if I keep the sugarcane for the next day, it may go shrinky, which may lead me not to having enough liquid from the sugarcane. So I had to make it that day. So I'm sorry if the background quality is not okay, but I hope you've learned how to make your organic booster, also known as the black strap molasses at home. The benefit of black strap molasses is so numerous that I can't even explain in this video. But I hope you can see on the screen some of the benefits of black strap molasses. Also, black strap molasses is what I use time to time to get some result on my poultry farm. When I feel I want to increase the growth rate of my chickens, I just have to spend time and make my black strap molasses. And if at all I don't want to stress myself, I just go to the store and buy my black strap molasses. Whichever way, if you feel it's easier for you to make it or it's easier for you to get from the store, it is good. Black strap molasses has numerous benefits. And so, guys, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you up in the next video. Bye.